found out when you found out. Yo,
Yeah, we don't got no soundproof in this bitch. I'm not in my environment, by the way. I'm way out of
everything.
my
Like when I
element.
tell you I was trying to get everybody together to impossible.
Nah, bro. Thank y'all for popping out too. I know it's happening last minute, so thank you.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
What up, what up, what up? We on Black Market Bandit. We got Snow the Prodigal.
What's up with it, man? How you doing?
What's up? Chilling. How you been?
I'm
How you
good.
been?
Can't complain. Chilling.
How'd you like Tampa?
Good. Good. I just went shopping, ate some food, met some cool people. I mean, I can't complain. Life is good.
You ate some Mexican
Yes,
food?
definitely.
I saw that another cast.
I saw that another cast. You had one too.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming out.
Well, I
My
appreciate
daughter's
you
a
coming
huge
out.
fan.
My daughter's a
Thank
huge
you.
fan.
Oh,
Remember the
shout out
last
to
time
her.
they came out
The
here?
last time they came out here,
We did that show, right?
we did the show right.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the one that was like
And she
helping
was the
set
one that
up
was
for
like
your
helping
team
set
and
up for
helping
your
break
team
down.
and
She took
helping break
pictures with you
down.
guys.
She
So
took
she was all
pictures with you
excited.
guys.
Oh,
So she was all
awesome.
excited.
She's extremely sad
So she's
because she lost her
extremely
kid.
sad because she lost her kid.
Oh, we'll tell her to show up to this next show. I'll definitely take pictures.
We're gonna do it.
Yes.
That's what she asked. She was like, "Can
That's
I
what she
take
asked. She's
Yeah,
like,
I'll
can I
take a
take a
picture, of
picture?
course.
Okay.
That's what's
So
up.
okay.
I hear an
So
echo.
I hear an
Y'all
echo.
playing in the
Y'all
background?
playing in the background?
Nah.
All right. So
All right. So
I'm not gonna take a lot of your time.
I'm not gonna take a lot of your
Play
You
time.
Battleship.
Play Battleship.
Play Battleship, been drinking, been promoting, been shopping. Yeah, it's been a long day, and I still gotta go pick up my crew from the airport. So,
What time?
11, I think.
Tampa, St. Pete.
11.
But before that, my girlfriend's gotta eat. So I'm busy.
You can't get enough.
Mm,
I know. I
girl.
feel it. I feel it.
I feel it.
So,
So
tell me a little bit about. I
tell me a
know
little bit.
DM. I know T.O. told me
I know
like y'all got connected
like
through
y'all
the
got
show.
connected.
So tell
hmm
me a little bit about
So
that.
tell me a little bit about
Like
that.
when he reached out to you.
Like
Yeah, I was like, we got room for one more opener. We're obviously trying to raise awareness of the show. He told me what had happened last time. I thought that was really messed up.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I mean, I don't know who did that. Honestly, though, I'm down to find out who exactly it was because that's fucked up. And I told my agent, like, I I don't care. Like when the promoters, like, I don't care if they do festivals or they do this or they do that. Like if the promoters aren't like cool and like down to work with people and like understand the environment, like understand the city,
Right.
then that shit don't mean shit. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like I rather fucking rent a quinceañera venue and fucking invite everybody and like and do it my damn self if I'm than to be fucking with people that do people dirty. So to me, when he
Right.
told me what happened, I was just like, yo, we got to make it right and let's make it right. And here we are.
That's dope. That's dope. So I mean, for me, that feels like you're very supportive of the local scenes in each of the areas that you go to. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't see my, like, I see myself as a small business, which I am. I'm a Latina owned small business, and I think right now, as much as people like to pander to, LGBT and Latino and immigrants and black community and all these things, like everybody loves to say those words for the sake of marketing, but nobody really gives a fuck. You know what I mean? So to me, I feel like we gotta really give a fuck and really treat ourselves like what we are. And it's like if we are a business owned by who we say we are, then let's go into those communities. Let's really connect. Let's really give a fuck about each individual person that buys a ticket. Like we are, real human beings reaching out to other real human beings, and that's it. So if I'm coming into Tampa, I want to know what's real in Tampa. Like I want to know who's the people, like who's the littest, hairstylist, who's the littest nail salon, who like
right.
who I want the culture to like show me what's up, so that's just kind of how I treat my career, and that's what keeps me happy. 10 to 12 years into being in this industry, you could get very bored of the same fucking shit or trying to be the next fucking, Kanye West. Like, no, like what really like lights your passion? And to me, I like to get to know different cities. It's fun.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you go to the cities, are you like I need to go to the tourist areas, or I really want to go where the real spots are? 'Cause it sounds like you like
kind of all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like when I went, like my girl and I just went to Puerto Rico and Colombia and Mexico and all kinds of places. I want to see the touristy, like corny, cheesy stuff, and then I also want to go to the real, and I want to, you know, like in Puerto Rico, we want to go to the cool little tourist area, and then we want to go to La Perla, well, where they'll fucking shoot you if you take your phone out. You know, like let's fucking experience all that. If we don't do that, what are we really doing? You know?
Man,
He got his ass beat in the last in the
listen.
game. Is what happened.
First of all, I like to make it very clear that I'm a masochist. So being beat by snow is completely cool with me. I was the first person to battle snow on radio. You know what I mean? I like to say that. You know what I mean? First person documented, we battled on Battleship, and you know it was a tough battle.
Yeah.
Almost doesn't count. You won. You all right? I want my next time you come back to Florida, I want my rematch.
No, I was stressed. If
I come back out, if I come out to Cali, don't trip now. I want that rematch.
I couldn't tell if part of me was like, no, I don't really care if I win or lose. Part of me was like, yo, you better fucking win. So I couldn't make up my mind.
She
right?
came down to Florida and won, man.
I just
I'm
realized.
cool with that. It's a win for me either way. Shit, nigga. How many people can say they played Battleship with snow? All right,
Not many people.
It's a win for me. I'm good with that. Nigga.
How did you like Battleship? Have you played it before?
It was, I mean, I think I've played it a couple times, but my memory is shot. All this touring I've ever done, I don't really remember very much stuff, but I know that I have played it a couple times.
Me and my brother used to play it as kids, and he
Yeah.
used to always win. I used to get mad at him.
Yeah,
Used to
I
get really mad.
definitely know I played it once with my kid, but his dad was a sailor, so I figured that would be like his thing. It's like that's like that seems like something you should take up, you know?
Yeah,
So, I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. So, and you do have a kid. So,
Mhm.
you know, I was actually watching the interview you had with Vlad at one point that he was talking about, you know, your kid and how do you balance that? Because I know that's a hard part of being an artist. You tour a lot, you go a lot of places. Does your kid stay with family? Do you take them with you sometimes, or?
Sometimes I take him with me. I mean, throughout these last years, like sometimes I used to always take him with me, but once he gets into school and grades and teachers and, you know, he likes to be in his environment. Like you know, it would be unfair to be like, no, you don't get to live a normal kid life because I, as a mom, feel some sort of guilt. So I'm going to take you, you know, like, no, he should be at home where he belongs, having a good time and getting a good rest. A lot of times my job doesn't allow me to necessarily be in one spot too long or rest. And it's not healthy for a kid to do that. But I do try to bring him out as much as I can. You know, I definitely fly home. And there's been times when I only get to see him for 12 hours and I have to fly across country and see him for 12 hours because I'm leaving and I'm going to be gone for, you know, 3 weeks. And then there's a delay on my flight and then I'm crying at the airport. So literally, like, it's stressful to be a mom and like really try to handle both lives or both parts of my life. But I think he knows that I try my absolute best and that his mom loves him. And whenever I'm home, I get to spoil him, you know. He gets to see why I work so hard. So I think we're okay.
Puerto Ricans call it añoñao. You añoñao him?
Yes, definitely. He's a baby to me.
Yeah.
But he's a brat.
Can we shout out the record that he just produced?
Yeah, exactly.
Can we shout that out?
I'm going to close with that, by the way. As a matter of fact, now that you mentioned that, I'm
Yeah.
going to close with that
Can we
shit.
shout that out? Like,
That shit was dope.
it was lit,
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I try to tell him, and I try to tell most people, like, you got to have, you know, it's fine. You can play video games. You can do whatever you want to do. But you got to have a hobby that's like a workout, like, you know, basketball or whatever. And then you got to have a hobby that's going to potentially get you money at some point if it grows into a real business. And, you know, he tried it out. He tried producing. I'm not going to force anything on him. Like, he always wants to be an entertainer or a YouTuber or a, like, streamer. And I'm like, you know, like, if he was going to choose between rapper or producer, I would definitely say producer's better. But, you know, whatever. And his first beat, I think he's so talented that, like, that's what kind of sucks because he's going to be spoiled in the sense of, like, that was easy. You know, it's like, that was easy. Then my mom rapped on it. Then it's got, like, you know, all these views or whatever. And I'm like, damn, it's hard to, like, teach him the lesson when he's pretty good.
Yeah, and I feel that when you give your kid a head start, it's almost like they don't learn the struggle that you took to get there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think any of us do, like, to be honest with you.
I don't want them to learn the struggle. Like, I got 3, you know, but they're all grown, like 21, 20, and 17. And for me, it's like, I don't really want you to know the struggle, but I do want you to know the lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
How do I get that to you,
Yeah.
without you having to actually struggle through it?
Yeah.
So, and sometimes they just want to learn to struggle themselves. So there's that.
Yeah, exactly right. You don't want them to embarrass themselves, but there they go, and you're like, all right, maybe this is a lesson that
Yeah.
you need. I don't know.
It's just the path you gotta walk to
So you're Latina.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm Latino, so we know like our cultures there's a certain way that we were raised, a certain way. Do you feel like you being this generation, like for me, I always question myself that. Do you feel like you raised them differently than what your parents raised you? Do you feel like the generations have changed of how us Latinos raise our kids?
I think a little bit. I think, some of the things that we are like, you have to learn it this way. Like, they were traumas. They fucked us up. I think, my parents were really fucked up by their parents. Like, my mom is one of 9. My dad's one of 9. In Mexico, they were poor. Like, I'm talking about dirt poor, no shoes type poor, like no running water. Like, I remember being in Mexico and there was no running water where they're from. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, they just come from a different place and they didn't know how to necessarily like love, like my mom's family. Like, they didn't hug us. They didn't tell us they loved us, like even just the way I'm very affectionate with my kid, or like I tell him I would love him, I'm proud of him, all these things, like just things that a lot of times our parents, if they came from a different, generation, they don't know you needed it. They know they loved you, they loved you, so they fed you to them, but they didn't know they needed to verbally say it. They didn't know that they needed to comfort you or teach you certain things, So I do think that there's obviously a privilege in how we're going to raise our children, but, that's what we're here for. As long as you're very verbal. I'm very, like, open with my kid as far as talking and just being like, I had to break it down the other day to him what minimum wage is. Because he needed some money for video games or something, and I was like, okay, well, here's what you're gonna do for it. And he's like, well, I did it. I'm like, okay, but that was your mom being nice to you, and that's why I paid you that. I'm like, let's break it down in minimum wage. You owe me 7 hours of labor. And he was like, what? I was like,
you gotta teach them.
Exactly. So you have to do the math with them and teach them what the fuck is really going on. Cause
I feel that. So my daughter had some questions for you.
Okay.
I made sure to take them for my daughter.
Cool.
So she said, how do you cope with the anxiety and pressure before going on stage? Or is there any?
Yeah. I was talking about this earlier. I meditate. I try to have some alone time. I can't be around too many people for too long. I definitely have to have that moment where I just kind of like center myself again, whether that's meditating or whatever I need to do to just like calm down. Because I suffer from anxiety and depression. I mean, that's not my identity, like I know how to cope with it and stuff, but I definitely need time alone.
Yeah. So you feel the need to disconnect sometimes and just center back in?
Definitely.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to ask you a few more questions off her list. She said, what's the time and place that your mind gets the most creative?
I don't know. I like a nice view. I like to be somewhere where I can feel like happy, accomplished, like that tends to do it for me. Sometimes that's in my room. I have a really nice window. I've always recorded in my room by myself, and I used to be like in the hood, and now like I have a cool ranch with like nice, not Cool Ranch the chips, but I have a nice ranch where like I get to look out the window and there's beautiful flowers and a nice view. So it's like those type of things make me feel like, hell yeah, this is why I still do it. Because I'm telling you, 10 years of doing the exact same thing every fucking day will make you feel like, what the fuck? Like, this is exhausting. But when you're doing it in a better way, you're like, cool, this is why I'm doing it,
Yeah, and I heard you, I heard a little bit of the interview from earlier. You guys were talking about writer's block at one point, and you said something that was key that I heard Rakim say once. And he said, when I deal with an issue where I'm writing or I'm creating and I can't for a moment, I go out and experience life, because I tend to create better when I have experiences coming in.
Yeah.
And if I can't write, I feel like I need a new experience.
Yeah.
And that's what gets me there.
Yeah. I love experiences. Yeah.
Yeah. What's one of your favorite experiences that you've had, like out and about, like touring and stuff like that?
I mean, I think everything, like like I said, I definitely am very like depressive and negative sometimes, you know, with myself. But when I watch people enjoy things, I love that, you know. So there's definitely been a lot of times where like I live vicariously through my girlfriend, through my friends, through somebody new that I just met that I like did them a solid, like, and watching people enjoy things brings me joy. So I don't know, like sometimes that if that's the bare minimum, if me watching someone else enjoy something makes me kind of feel better, then I'll take that, you know, because I do know that I could be pretty fucking negative sometimes, and I don't try to bring that out into the universe, you know. I try to make it be a place where I could just at least enjoy people enjoying things. That's the reason I like the strip club. I actually don't even want to touch the strippers.
Help a bitch
like,
out.
yeah, like I actually don't even like necessarily want to, but I think it's fun to watch my girlfriend enjoy the strip club. Like that's fun.
Right,
but like me, you know, it's like exhausting. Like, you know,
What do you want?
yeah, it's like fuck, you know.
Debauchery.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Sometimes they're sweating and they're sticky, and you're just like, fuck, don't touch me.
That money is too wet.
You're like, stop. Here. Over there.
Yeah. Quick shout out to the people in the chat. We got Solo, who's usually my host. He's out in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Shouts out to
nice.
Solo.
He's enjoying
Hey.
himself. Shout out Bobby Castro, DJ Bobby Castro, and shout out my daughter Tiana. She's on.
Hey,
she's
shouts
on.
out to
Hey,
Tiana,
shouts
man.
out.
Yes, sir.
So, I have a few random questions for you if you don't mind.
Okay.
Just because I'm curious and I like to ask really random shit. If you have a box of weed, tequila, or shrooms, which one are you taking?
Damn. What is my objective? Like, what am I doing? What's my plans like? a lot of things go into this.
A lot of things.
How depressed am I? I might need
Shouts out to the
shrooms.
management
How,
team.
you know what I mean? Like, where am I in my
You're
life?
good. You're good.
I'm good.
You're
I'm
good.
chilling.
You're
Probably
on the bench.
tequila.
Tequila?
Tequila seems like a good, like, you know, fun starter, like party starter. Weed is like I get to relax, but that's about it. And then
Yeah.
shrooms is like I'm probably shifting my life somehow. Like I might come out of the shroom trip and decide I'm not a rapper anymore. Like, we don't need that right now.
Do not give Snow any
Hi.
shrooms.
Yeah, I've definitely enjoyed shrooms and they've helped my life, but they usually give me a new plan.
Yeah, new direction, right? What's your top 5? Do you have a top 5?
Of what?
Rappers.
Oh, rapper. I'm
The
like,
fact that you had to say top 5.
Hey, let me
like,
clarify.
I
What's
don't
your
know.
top 5?
Top 5. Pun.
And Little Italy, but he didn't know Italy.
Yeah, Pun. M.
Okay.
Wayne. Andre 3000. Damn, where am I? And
Fifth
Wayne.
one.
4. Damn, we're talking rap.
Rap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Biggie.
Biggie?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. Okay.
It's like well rounded,
It is well rounded.
you know.
A little bit of everything.
I like to, yeah.
Yeah. So, weirdest interaction while you had on tour?
Oh my God, there's so many.
Give me one.
There's so many weird things going on. No, I mean, I guess I was thinking weird, like awkward. Weird. I mean, I mentioned it right now with the battle thing, the popping off the leg and having me sign it.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that.
somebody.
That
Yes.
was weird.
Yeah. Well, it was just a lot going on. And then I think the funniest thing was just the leg getting popped off and then it crowd surfing because it had to cut them in line. Like that was the awkwardest way. That was big stepping right there because it like cut those people in line. It got signed and then they sent it back to him. I was like, damn.
Shouts out to you for crowd surfing too. Because I
Yeah.
been stage diving in some more shit and I seen you be doing it. You like,
Yeah.
and you turn around and just, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That shit is funny. It's like a part of a body. Did you feel like the need to like disinfect it or anything like that, or were you just
No,
like,
I mean,
fuck
this
it,
is
let's do it?
pre-COVID. We were all dirty.
Yeah,
We just,
fuck it,
you know,
right.
thanks for your fucking leg. Signed it, threw it back.
What's
But-
your favorite song of yours?
My favorite song of mine.
Yeah.
Damn, that's really hard. Like to perform or just like overall, just
Just your shit.
favorite.
To rock to.
to perform.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't even know, dude. Like, I think waste of time is fun. I think a lot of people sing that with me, which makes it feel like I'm famous.
I get that.
But
Feel like,
I like to perform like very aggressive songs, like ay 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 or like get down low. Like those are the ones that like when I'm performing that on stage, I'm like get to leave a lot of
yeah.
I don't want to leave is like kind of sad. I kind of usually cry. There's a couple songs that I kind of like, even if I don't make it a big deal, like there's like a tear just going down my fucking cheek. But yeah,
what's your favorite feature?
feature
Mm-hmm.
Favorite feature that you've done?
that I've done.
Some of the features you on the record.
I don't even know. Maybe So Dope, because I feel like that was so pivotal for me. You know, like when I came out on that record, people like were like, "Oh shit," you know, and that was a challenge because I told Tech, I was like, I might not be able to be on this song because I don't, you know, at the time definitely I didn't talk about sex. I didn't. Then you hear his parts and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you sure you have the right person for this song? You know, like why am I on this song?
But the fact that you came at the end,
So I was able to
was
turn it
the
around.
yin yang to what he addressed in the beginning and how you closed it out.
Yeah.
And I got mad love for Tech, Recognize, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mad love for Twisted
I didn't
Sister.
hear any of their parts though.
'Cause you
like
killed it.
no, they weren't there. Like I wasn't the last verse. They threw me on the last verse. So I definitely feel like
So even Tech knew you was from the kill.
he said that. He literally was like, "We threw you on the end, man. You killed it. We put an applause on there, like you did that." And I was like, "Thank you." But yeah, I think
Fog didn't even play the chorus no more. They just strange.
yeah, it was definitely dope.
But you had a really dope interaction with Strange and a relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I thought you were like going that direction.
Yeah, no, I had already signed by the time they called me. Which, you know, I don't know. I firmly believe that everybody's path is perfect, you know, and I think my path has been what it needed to be. Even all the heartbreaks and all the bad things that I've gone through, like all the just let downs by this industry, I think I'm where I need to be and secure in who I am and where I'm at. So I think it's been good, but definitely I shout out Strange for everything that they've done for the independent scene, you know.
Yeah, they definitely work. Now, Sandra wants to know, what was your favorite part of working in Colombia?
Everything. I love Colombia. I fucking love it's crazy because I went for my first time not too long ago and I've already been back 3 times. So it's just like I keep going back. The vibe, the people, the effort, you know, I like Medellin, like the effort that goes into everything. It's just very pretty, you know. It's like rainforesty but artsy, but you know, so I fucking love it. I love the people. Something about the energy, I don't know, it's got to be a frequency that's going on in Medellin that is just creative. Like I've worked on better music overall. Like I just naturally, I'm sitting in my hotel room and I feel like the music just sounds better. I'm like lit. It don't even got to be reggaeton. It could be rap. It just feels good.
It just feels better.
Mm-hmm.
That environment.
I just did a feature for that's gonna probably be a big deal in like the English world, and I did it in my hotel in Medellin, and it was just random. The vibe was good.
Is that like one of the best places that you've had to write, or you've had other places that like that?
Yeah, I like Miami too. Like I do like, you know, going to Miami and working with a bunch of different producers and stuff, or even just my hotel. But yeah, I would say Medellin, Puerto Rico's been cool. Mexico, Guadalajara, Mexico City.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like traveling. I like knowing that I fucking did something, you know?
You feel like you write better while you travel or when you're at home?
Yeah. I feel like I write better when I travel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me ask a question for every aspiring artist that's listening and watching right now. What would be some of the greatest advice you can give an artist starting out to help them along the way with their path and their career?
I mean, that's a lot because it's like what? Advice on what?
As far as them, let's say they starting out, right? And let's say they from a place where they feel like they're dope, but their city ain't rocking with them, so they got to travel and hit the road and stuff like that. So now they're getting in the part of trying to find like their fan base. What's your advice for like having them connect with their people?
Toughen up, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard, and there's like complaining. Like any moment you have to complain should have been spent figuring out a way to get another fan. Like there's absolutely no reason you should complain. There's the internet. It's free. There's YouTube, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's TikTok, where the algorithm, literally you can go viral. Like anybody, like a cat can go viral. Like there's so many ways right now that it's literally just like a roulette, like that you could try. And it's like until you've exhausted every single fucking way, you know, that's it. I would say don't try to perfect things. I think that's people's biggest mistake. There's so many things out there that are unmixed of mine that just went waste of time. I literally named that session Fake Snow. Like I just was like, I was like so frustrated. Yeah, I was so frustrated with, which was kind of a diss to me that I'm like, I'm going to be the opposite of me. And then it's like that takes off. I'm like, great. Like fucking people hate me. But no, I think, you know, you just got to try every single route. And if you don't like it, you delete it later and you just keep on building. It's like building in front of the crowd and invite people to your journey. That's it.
And you do really good with that. Like I feel like a lot of your fans connect with you in a way, like it's a cult following at the end of the day. You know, like your fans really die hard. They bout that shit. Like,
yeah.
Like even the show we did at Crowbar, like the line was around the building before you even got there.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody talks about it, my daughter, I think, is about that shit when it comes to you. Like,
yeah.
You know, how do you think that you got to that point? Do you think it's because you were just genuine and open with them, transparent?
Yeah.
Do you think it's the music?
I think I'm very real. And I don't say like I'm a real bitch, you know, like all that. Like no, I'm just very real because it's like I'm a regular person. You know what I mean? Like very fucking regular. So it's like I keep my word. I'm honest. You know, I committed my last crime when I was like 16 and I haven't since. I've tried to be the most stand-up person I fucking can be, you know, like to everybody, you know, whether I can benefit from you or not, like I'm gonna be a real person to you because what the fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like that's all I have is really at the end of the day is can you live with yourself, you know, and one day we're all gonna die and like what did you do? You know, you were out here fucking people over or you were trying to give everybody the best of you. So I think every interaction that I've had with people, they can say that. And I think that makes people be like, damn, like you didn't have to, but you are. Like, I'm going to be real with you. Same thing that I said, like, you know, Tech didn't have to ever shout me out, but he did. So to me, like, there is a certain level of loyalty that I'm like, yo, like, that motherfucker didn't have to, and he did. So I'm here. What you need, you know? Right. And that's the same. I hope for my son's sake and for, you know, my future kids' sake that more human beings are like that. Because if not, we're bringing in kids to a really shitty world where everybody just wants to take advantage of everybody.
Yeah. Sometimes that's how it feels.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how it feels. So, and I've always told my kids the same thing. Like if you're straight up and you're not playing games with anybody and your name is gold, usually you have more opportunities present themselves over time. Mm-hmm. You fuck over people, eventually nobody wants to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Because they don't really know what to expect.
Exactly.
You know, where they're going there. So, but that's dope. Let me see. I might have something else for you. So I know that English was not your first language.
Yeah.
It also was not mine.
Sorry.
I learned English around first grade. So, but throughout time, I kind of lost some of the Spanish along the way. Do you feel like you've lost that, or do you feel like you've been able to keep both?
No, I keep both because that's how I talk to my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you seem to have a really dope relationship with your mom. At least, you know, you go live with her. You guys will take shots together.
Yeah. I mean, it's up and down. Like I said, you know, our parents have their own traumas and their own things. My mom definitely has struggled with depression and bipolar disorder. So, you know, it goes up and down, but I highlight the good moments. I know that, you know, not everybody's lucky to have their parents. So I try my best to hold her to, you know, like the best that I can and just kind of support her and be there for her. So, but I love her, you know, like, I don't know.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Well, I won't take a lot of your time. I appreciate you coming on here.
No, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I'm gonna be out there tomorrow with my daughter.
Oh yeah.
We're going to support this homeboy. This is family right here.
Hell yeah.
Like so, and he always throws a dope show. I don't know if you ever heard this dude from surfboarding crowds to everything else. He's just dope.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your time. What I do want to close with though is I want to close with that track that your son produced.
Hell yeah.
I was looking at that shit, it just was lit. So I'm gonna close out with that. I appreciate everybody tuned in, everybody that went on the chat. I thank you guys for waiting for me to get live here. Snow the product, y'all.
Thank you.
Estaba pa' la ganga que quiere desmadre. Díganme si quieren más pa' yo darle. Lo bonita lo saqué de mi madre. Lo enojona lo saqué de mi padre. Yo soy la fucking latina que todos miran cuando llego el camino se abre. Everybody in English wonder where I've been. I've been getting money visiting islands. I've been chilling and my business is wildin'. En un PH en Poblado just vibing. Desde Poblado a Condado we poppin'. This is the life that we said that we wanted. This is the this is the this the shit to get you out the way. And it sound like the shit that we fucking made. This is when I wanna jump on stage. This is the shit that you bitches ain't. And it sound like when I wanna break the bank. When I wanna go crazy and fucking rage. This is the life that we fucking made. I got 24 hours. This when you give me my flowers. This when you notice I'm in. This how long it take a bitch to commit. I'm on a beat that was made by a jit. And I made him. I think my life's a trip. All I gotta do is write like this. And I might just win. And I'm bringing all the fights I was with. And it's gonna be for times I've been. Bumping nights like this. Well, I'm thinking about nights like this. When I finally get diamonds and it's bright like lit. And I did it for killing every mic I get. Look at the life I live. Cause I mean I got 24 hours. This when you give me my flowers. This when you notice I'm it. This how long it take a bitch to commit. Gotta be kidding, but I'm not a kid. Estaba pa' la gente que quiere que yo ya acabe. Pa' que yo le pare, pa' que me copeen. Quieren que abra paso pa' que yo me deje. Pero meto presión, baby, no se quejen. Digan lo que digan, saben, solo le mete. Pero con las redes, no se enrede. Compro bienes, cuento verde. Si no quiere carrilla, bitch, no se lleve. Only real bitches feel it and they fucking get it. Dobleteando la paca aquí con mi nene. People say they made me if I let them tell it. Cuando llegan los cheques de estar en tele. Pero trágate esa. Better put it in your pipe and smoke. Bitches life's a joke. And they tryna get my whole style, my lane I made. Bitches might just choke. Eso es pa' que sepa. Dile que se aplaquen hoes, que they jockin' flows. Tengo la receta. Díganle que vendo la receta. I got 24 hours. This when you give me my flowers. This when you notice I'm in. This how long it take a bitch to commit. I'm on a beat that was made by a kid.